Hello friends, I am Kundan Ingre. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to see the physiology of gastric acid secretion and the various drugs acting on the peptic ulcer treatment. Let us see. This is the diagram I want to show you with the animation here. So the gastric acid is secreted in the lumen of the stomach. So this is controlled by the different receptors which are present on the basolateral membrane and the parietal cells. So these receptors are get activated by different neurotransmitters and enzymes and causes the release of H plus ion through this proton pump, and the H plus ion and HCl get secreted into the lumen of the stomach. So parietal cell is the main target from where the acid secretion is regulated. So first of all, let us understand what is meant by peptic ulcer. So peptic ulcer or stomach ulcer is the condition in which imbalance of aggressive factor and defensive factors like prostaglandins takes place. Means these are the aggressive factors: gastrin receptors, then histamine receptors and muscarinic receptors. These are the aggressive factors, while the prostaglandin receptors are the defensive factors, means they defend the formation of ulcers. So aggressive factors are gastric acid, gastrin, pepsin, while the prostaglandin and others are the defensive factors. Bicarbonate ions are the defensive factors which reduces the acid secretion in our stomach and the lumen of the stomach. So we all know that there are the different types of peptic ulcers and duodenal ulcers. So let us see the first physiology of acid secretion here. So we will start with the secretion of gastrin. So gastric acid secretion is a complex process, continuous process in which multiple central and peripheral factors contribute to a common endpoint, that is the secretion of H plus by the parietal cells. Means the gastric acid secretion is done in the form of H plus ions in the lumen of the stomach, and it is a continuous process and it is a very complex one which involves the central and peripheral factors which activates the secretion of this gastrin receptors and other receptors which increases the secretion of gastric acid. मतलब यहाँ पे जो receptors present है, gastrin receptor, histamine receptor, acetylcholine receptors which get activated, ये activate होते हैं by the central mechanism or peripheral factors, and by which it increases the secretion of the H plus ions in the lumen. यहाँ पे H plus ion का secretion बढ़ता है. So let us understand this. So neuronal acetylcholine, while then paracrine is the histamine receptor and endocrine is the gastrin receptors. So these all are regulating the secretion of HCl or H plus ions in the lumen of the stomach. Their specific receptors like M3 receptor, while H2 histaminic receptor and CCK receptors respectively on the basolateral membrane of parietal and fundus use the stomach. So these receptors like M3 receptor, histamine, H2 receptor and CCK gastrin receptors regulate the secretion of acid in the stomach and increases the acidity, while H2 receptor is a GPCR, that is a G protein coupled receptor that activates the G5 adenyl cyclase cyclic AMP PKA pathway. So these receptors activates the secondary messenger adenyl cyclase cyclic AMP PKA pathway by the H2 receptor activation. Acetylcholine receptor and gastrin, that is the gastrin receptor, signals through the G protein coupled receptors that couple the GQPLC phospholipid IP3 calcium pathway in the parietal cells. So in the parietal cells, the cyclic AMP and the calcium dependent pathways activate H plus K plus ATPase pump here, that is proton pump. It is a H plus K plus ATPase pump, proton pump, which exchanges the hydrogen and potassium ions across the parietal cell membrane. So let us see how our receptors regulating the secretion. So gastrin is one of the regulator which, when attaches on the gastrin receptor, there is a activation of this calcium and protein kinase pathway. So this pathway get activated, and this activates the exchange of K plus, that is potassium, and hydrogen, and this H plus gets into the lumen of the stomach and forms the gastric acid and increases the acidity. So this is one first receptor which creates or secretes the gastric acid by activating the protein kinase, calcium protein kinase pathway through the gastrin receptors and the gastrin. The next one is the histamine, that is the which get bind to the H2 receptor and activates the adenyl cyclase pathway, which converts ATP to cyclic AMP, that is the secondary messenger, and this will activate the protein kinase. This protein kinase will lead to the activation of this exchange of potassium with the H plus ion through the parietal cells into the lumen of the stomach. So K plus from the lumen get exchanged with the H plus from the parietal cells, and the quantity of H plus in the lumen forms the hydrochloric acid. Let us see the next, that is the prostaglandin receptor, which is one of the defensive receptor. So it inhibits the adenylyl cyclase pathway and protects our parietal cells to secrete acid and decreases the acidity. While acetylcholine, which binds on the muscarinic M3 receptors and activates the calcium protein kinase pathway, and this activates the exchange of K plus H plus in through the proton pump and increases the gastric acid secretion. So this is the physiology of the gastric acid secretion in our lumen, and the different drugs are used to protect the formation of peptic ulcers and duodenal ulcers by inhibiting and protecting this or inhibiting these receptors and secretion of this H plus ions into the lumen. So let us see one by one the mechanisms of different drugs which are going to be acting here. So first we have to see the antacids. So antacids which are having the bicarbonate ions and which inhibits the gastric acid or neutralizes the gastric acid. So antacid, these are the basic substances which are neutralizing the gastric acidity. So it is having acid neutralizing capacity, which have been giving how much quantity of one normal HCl get neutralized with the antacid, and this is called as the acid neutralizing capacity. So the number of milliequivalent of one normal HCl that brought to the pH 3.5 in 15 minutes by a unit dose of antacid preparation is called as the acid neutralizing capacity of antacid. So they inhibit the gastric acidity. So there are two types of antacids: systemic antacids like sodium bicarbonate, which acts very shortly, and duration of action is short. It is a potent neutralizer. pH rises above 7, produces carbon dioxide in the stomach, leads to distension and discomfort. It increases sodium load, leads to worsen in the cardiac heart failure with the edema. Large doses produces alkalosis. So antacid should be take one dose at a time only, not more than one dose is advised in the acidity for the treatment. So since the use of antacids within 30 minutes of the dose of a dose, sucralfate should be avoided. Means agar we are using the antacid here, we have to avoid the sucralfate within the 30 minutes. The usual dose of sucralfate is 1 gram 4 times daily for active duodenal ulcer and 1 gram twice daily for maintenance therapy. So we have to avoid the sucralfate within first half hour after the antacid use. There are non-systemic antacids. These are the insoluble and poorly absorbed basic compounds reacts in the stomach with acid to form respective chloride salts. This again reacts with the bicarbonate, not spared for the absorption, hence no acid base disturbance, and this protects the lumen wall and the gastric acidity get decreased. Like aluminum hydroxide gel, the aluminum ion relaxes smooth muscle, leads to delay in the gastric emptying, and this causes the constipation. Mucosal estrogen reaction also leads to constipation. So let us see the next, that is the antihistamine drugs. So histamine, that is H2 receptor antagonist, ranitidine, inhibits the action of histamine receptor by preventing the binding of histamine on this H2 receptor, and they prevent the formation or secretion of this gastric acid in the lumen of stomach. So mechanism of action, the H2 receptor antagonists inhibit the acid production by reversibly competing with the histamine for binding to H2 receptors on the basolateral membrane of parietal cells, and these decreases the acidity. They are highly selective for H2 receptors, very effective in inhibiting nocturnal acid secretion, and useful in the treatment of peptic ulcers. Next is the omeprazole, that is one of the proton pump inhibitor which directly act on the exchange site of the K plus and H plus, that is the proton pump. So it is also called as the proton pump inhibitor. Let us understand its mechanism of action here. So most effective drug in the anti-ulcer therapy, irreversible inhibitor of H plus K plus ATPase pump to a apical membrane of the parietal cell. These are the prodrugs and which get converted to the active metabolites and causes the action, that is the decrease in the gastric acid secretion. So it reacts covalently with the sulfide groups at the H plus K plus ATPase pump, and this enzyme get inhibited and the acid secretion is inhibited. The next is the defensive factor. It increases the defensive mechanism, misoprostol. It is a prostaglandin analog, and misoprostol activate the prostaglandin receptor and protects the mucosal lining. The next is the proglumide, which inhibits the gastrin receptors and which inhibits or blocks the activation of gastrin receptor and blocks the adenine cyclase pathway and inhibits the gastric acid secretion in the lumen. So if you like my video, please share, comment, and subscribe my channel, and stay tuned with my channel by tapping the bell icon to get the latest video notifications. Thank you.